Ding dong, bing bong, TikTok, what you got going down? Dude, welcome to another episode of Beyond Sober, recorded right here on TikTok, man. I'm super stoked to be kicking it with you. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. But what I can talk about is all the stuff that I was previously talking about earlier, okay? There's so many people who, a homegirl just went 2 years not drinking at all. And she feels bad because she decided to, kind of like have a drink or two for 4th of July. And she feels like she failed. My question to anyone who has been abstinent or practicing not drinking alcohol, improving their quality of life, what does it mean that you failed? You failed at what? What constitutes feeling like a failure in sobriety? What is it that you're actually reaching for? We got to think about this. It only takes 4 days for alcohol to get out of our body, and at that point, you're just as sober as anybody else on the planet. Just as sober as someone who's been in a program their whole life. Just as sober as someone that's never had alcohol before. Just as sober as someone like me who once had an addiction and no longer drinks. Sober is sober. So what is it? Who ingrained this in our head that if we decide to drink, that we did something wrong, that we lost something, that something bad has happened? There's more people on the planet that refuse to even consider the idea of not drinking. They're seriously sitting here going there's absolutely no way I could ever imagine not drinking alcohol. And yet we're out here actively doing what we can to not just stay away from alcohol, but to make healthier decisions. And then we choose, based on our experience, to go you know what, maybe a drink isn't so bad. It's been a year, it's been 6 months, it's been 13 days, it's been 32 days. Maybe I'll have a drink. Maybe there's not a problem. Dude, most people on the planet that drink alcohol aren't even trying to figure out if they have a problem or not. They just keep drinking. There's no way. It's only a little bit of poison over a long period of time, and I have an extremely high tolerance. I don't need to stop. I don't have any real problems. I still have my job. My friends still like me. My family's growing. There's a baby on the way. Why would I ever consider not drinking alcohol? And Cruz, what's up, dude? And one of the craziest things, and this has been on my mind for the past few days, some of the most successful, happy, abundant, powerful people, Cruz, they don't drink. They just don't. You know why? Because it has a detrimental impact on their cognitive abilities. Whether you're running a business, you're building a family, you're working on yourself, or you just want a healthy environment, you can't poison those things and then go oh yeah, there's no problem. You don't just go today's the best day of my life, I want to ruin it with toxins. How about I put a carcinogen, a cancer-causing carcinogen in my body because I won the award, I reached my goal, I'm making more money now, might as well hurt myself, might as well sacrifice these next 3 or 4 days, right? Dude, you don't have to have a problem with alcohol to really enjoy not drinking it. You don't have to have been struggling deeply like I did with an addiction, taking 30 shots a day before you go, you know what, alcohol's probably a bad idea. Probably not for me. You don't have to reach rock bottom for you to go, you know what, I actually deserve to be a little bit healthier. I deserve to feel better about myself and my accomplishments and who I am and what I'm doing, where I'm going, my environment, who I'm associating with. I deserve, just because I want it, to love my body, to love my mind, right? Now, alcohol may give me the illusion that I care because every single sip is an act of self-care when you're unhealthy. I'm going to say this again. Every single sip is an act of self-care when you're unhealthy. When you're unhealthy, you're going, I'm in pain. When you're unhealthy, I'm going, this hurts, I need to get away. When you're unhealthy, you're finding all the reasons why you need to escape. Because if you're not in pain, you're doing something good for yourself, right? If you're not full of anxiety, then you're taking care of your body, right? That's nothing one more sip won't fix. So we have to remember this, dude. Healthy people or people who are practicing healthy behavior feel the exact same things. They just make different decisions. They go yeah, I'm gonna drink water. Yeah, I'm gonna go out. Yeah, I'm going out to the gym, right? That's the only difference between people who are struggling and people who are struggling forward. You can struggle in place there, Brenna, and go nowhere and feel stuck and never really move further than not drinking. or you could actively start working on building a brain and a body and an environment over time that you actually love, that you enjoy, that you're excited about, dude. Now, sometimes I annoy the holy crap out of myself because life is awesome and I enjoy living it. The truth with this is I am life. I don't have one. I'm experiencing myself. Nothing's happening to me. I'm literally sitting here with you, hearing my own words, and those words are affecting my brain, and my brain's coming up with new words based on what I just said. Am I even in control, Cushy? Who's speaking? What's up, girl? How you doing, Bailey? You know, so we gotta really remember this and go, okay, I could either live in the illusion that I don't care. I could live in an alternate reality that everything's okay, yet everything is actually getting worse for me, emotionally, physically, energetically, financially, recreationally. Or I could just face these things, do the hard stuff now, and then to have a life of ease that I really truly enjoy, that it is fun to wake up. I'm actually excited to, start the day. What's up, H2O? For all struggling, listen to this man's words. He speaks wonders. Trust me, Cushy. Dude, I sincerely appreciate you. It took me a long time to, once again, even grasp the concepts that I share. What's up? Hey, Nightmare, thank you so much. I think that's what it says. But the truth is that I've been practicing these concepts and these truths. I've made them a reality over years of not just not drinking, but actual practice. And trying to get to zero drinks, Joe, dude, I got you, man. Don't even trip. So here's how you get to zero drinks. If this is your drink, put it down. Don't pick it up again. That's it. Zero drinks, bro. If that's all you want to do, then just put it down, wait 4 days, and you're done. But here's the trip. You don't want to get to zero drinks. You want to become someone that doesn't want one drink. Getting to zero drinks is easy, dude. If you don't have a drink in your hand right now, you're at zero drinks. Day 13, no alcohol. I'm so stoked for you. We'll talk about that too. You don't want sobriety. Sobriety is stupid. That's the video I just put out. Sobriety is stupid if you're not using it to improve your quality of life, man. Who cares if you're drinking? You could have a great life and still drink casually. Alcohol can add some value to your life. Am I encouraging you to go pick it up? Absolutely not. But the point is that getting to zero drinks, first off, indicates that the amount of alcohol you're drinking right now is either too much, not adding value, or it's taking value away from your existence. Dude, Faith, you know what I'm talking about. So we gotta look at this and go all right, if I'm attempting to get to zero drinks, then what is the best practice? Because once again, sobriety is easy, bro. Sobriety is easy when you're happy and healthy. Because happy, healthy people don't struggle with sobriety or addictions or anything like that. They don't. Because they don't put themselves in circumstances where they're gonna reach towards something poisonous, something toxic. Happy, healthy people surround themselves in a happy, healthy environment in their brain, happy, healthy body, literal, physical, happy, healthy people, and friends and relationships and all those things. So there's no reason for them to go, I'd rather be over there. You're fine where you are. You have everything you need right now. So the trip is getting down to zero drinks. There's a few different ways to do it. You can go, hey, I'm gonna put the drink down, go cold turkey, which we're gonna talk about that. Wait 4 days and I'm just as sober as anybody else, right? Literally takes 4 days for alcohol, on average, to get out of your body. And at that point, you're just as sober as you're ever gonna be. You're not gonna be more sober in 2 years. You won't be more sober on your deathbed. Sober is sober. If there's zero amount of alcohol in your body, you are equally as sober as anybody else that doesn't have alcohol in their body. Okay? So the point with this is going, well, how much am I drinking? Who cares? It doesn't matter why you're drinking the way you are. That doesn't change anything. Because the fact still remains that you're not happy with the amount that you're drinking. You're not happy with the results you're getting from alcohol to the point of you wanting to go, dude, I need to drink zero. Totally cool. So average it out. You're either gonna quit cold turkey, put it down, don't pick it up, wait 4 days, and hope that you're a different person in 4 days. Or you're gonna practice drinking less over time and get down to a point where you're like, alcohol's just not even doing anything for me anymore. I don't necessarily want to drink it. I'm not getting a buzz. I mean, it tastes good. It's not necessarily relaxing me. It's more of just a habit. It's not actually doing anything for me, so it's actually just easier for me to stop drinking it, right? we latch on to the why. I gotta stop drinking for my kids. I gotta stop drinking for my career. I gotta stop drinking for this. Dude, you deserve to be happy and healthy. You deserve a brain and body that you enjoy operating with. That's it. There's no other reason other than you want to live a higher quality of life. That's it. That's it. That's all you need. Okay? The only reason we would even crave that is because we've created a connection with how important our quality of life actually is. Because people with a higher quality of life, no, I don't mean more money. No, I don't mean the Lamborghini. No, I don't mean all the girls and all the dudes and all the attention and all this stuff. A higher quality of life. A quality of life that's less or no anxiety. Minimal to no depression, right? A body that feels good, that operates, that you feel strong in. A brain that you enjoy thinking with. You guys gotta remember this, dude. When you optimize your machine, you're excited to wake up. You go to sleep on time. You drink your water, dude. You say these nice things. You go to these places. You treat yourself. Not with more of the spaghetti and the pizza and the burgers and all the crap and the dopamine and all that. No. That's not what I'm talking about. When you improve your quality of life, you feel more confident, more abundant, more peaceful. There's more solitude. There's more opportunities. There's more energy for you to utilize and build a life that you love. Alcohol can't give you that. No substance on the planet can give you that. As a matter of fact, no substance is going to give you something that you don't already have without it. What do you think is in alcohol that you don't have access to? What do you think is in that pill that you don't have access to? Are you funnier? Stop finding reasons why you're not funny when you're not drinking. You're more confident? You're not more confident. You're just not aware of how insecure you are. You see what I'm saying? It's all an illusion. Now, if we're using a substance to give us kind of a taste of what it feels like to be a little bit more confident, that liquid courage, right? Maybe you'll ask them out. Who knows? Maybe they'll say yes. Who knows? But if you're utilizing alcohol or any substance as a tool to experience a version of yourself that you believe is a little bit harder to access without it, then you're utilizing it, you're creating a micro dependency so you could actually start improving your quality of life. Do you understand that? Alcohol doesn't give you anything. It doesn't unlock something. There's so many people that I talk to, and the number one reason people drink is because of the anxiety. They go like, I have anxiety, so I drink, so it calms my nerves. I drink after work because I had a long day. I don't know how to relax without it. The trip with this is boredom. I get you, bro. Dylan, we're gonna talk about this. We go like, I get bored real easily, so I just drink. So we gotta look at this. Dylan, your life isn't boring, dude. You are. You are a boring person. Just accept it. Because once you accept the fact that you're actually kind of boring and you suck at entertaining yourself, you just go, oh, well, okay, well, I got to practice doing something entertaining. I can't just drink. Because the reality with this is the boredom, dude, it's because you're not. When was the last time you picked up a Lego set? When was the last time you climbed a tree? When was the last time you phoned a friend? When was the last time you watched a movie? When was the last time you practiced laughing? When was the last time you got on that skateboard? When was the last time you rode a bike? You got scooters around, dude. When was the last time you threw a rock and it wasn't at a car? When was the last time that you just ran around the house and did weird things? Probably way longer than you could imagine. If you don't practice entertaining yourself, then life in general is going to feel boring, which is another way of saying I'm just bored long enough until I have a drink. My boredom is my justification for having a drink. Until you prioritize wanting to become someone that can entertain themselves with less than nothing, you're always going to be someone that can't entertain themselves with pretty much anything. You don't have anxiety. You live an anxious lifestyle. What are you doing to regulate your nervous system, dude? Are you drinking water? How much sun are you getting? How's your vitamin D, dude? Do you meditate? Right? Do you say nice things to yourself? Are you still talking to all the people that are constantly telling you about all the drama, all the crap? What are you listening to? It's definitely not an audiobook. Because I'm telling you this, dude, unless you're getting involved in things that actually create a sense of calm, present the opportunity to relax, then your system is always going to be on high alert. Now, here's the crazier part about alcohol, dude, is it disrupts the cortisol in your body, dude. It disrupts your GABA reception, and it basically removes your physical ability to regulate yourself on your own. That's what a dependency is. So instead of your body going, okay, what do I need to do, right? We sit here, if we all took one collective breath, we're not going to do it, but if we all, that is a physiological sigh. Your body does that. You ever been sitting here going, you're just kicking it? It's called a pre-cry breath. Your body is attempting to get more air. It's attempting to calm itself. Your machine, your body knows way more about you than you'll ever know about it. So we look at these things and go like, damn, I don't even practice breathing, dude. If I don't practice breathing, then I'm not even giving my body an opportunity to regulate itself on my behalf when I'm not paying attention. I'm just sitting here going, I'm on high alert. I know I'm at home. Nobody's gonna break the door down. End of the world isn't coming, although it feels that way. I don't have any alcohol around. I can't escape these things. And I also don't know what to do. So your body is either going to have permission and the practice to take care of itself, which facilitates a safe, regulated space for you to do whatever it is you got to do. Trust me, the bills aren't going anywhere, dude. You could pay them in an hour. You don't have to feel like the Armageddon is on the way before you make your next decision. It's a dysregulated nervous system, and alcohol disrupts that system, but also numbs your awareness to how much anxiety it's actually creating for you. So we sit here and go like, well, I drink because I have anxiety. No, bro, you have anxiety because you drink. No, I can't sleep, like, so I drink alcohol. Nah, bro, alcohol is the reason you can't sleep. I drink because of my depression. Bro, you have depression because you drink. And we want to sit here and go like, okay, well, if anxiety is a symptom and depression is a symptom, insomnia is a symptom, my diet is a symptom, my mood is a symptom, my sweating is a symptom, then how do I get away from those things? What do I have to do? I know, just take one more sip. I'll just take a shot. Boom. Now, either you don't care about the symptoms that are actually there, or you're unaware of them. This is the illusion that alcohol provides, and it's so good. It's so good, dude, because it is the greatest narcissistic manipulator you'll ever meet, dude. Trust me, goes down smooth. He's like, hey, dude, don't even trip. I got you, man. You want to kick it? You want to feel like everything's fine? Here, just come hang out with me, right? We'll kick it. We'll kick it right here. We don't even have to go anywhere, right? Just hang out. Just give me a big hug, Jack Daniels, and we'll be all right. And that's the illusion that it provides over and over and over and over and over. And the crazier part about that is your brain and body literally forget how to create that without alcohol. That's the dependency. And that's why so many of us, including myself, find themselves of going, my entire life is like something I have to survive. My entire existence is me surviving one ailment to the next. Either it's too much of this, not enough of that. There's a problem over here, or the illusion of an issue over here. I don't like this. This doesn't feel good. This isn't feeling right. I must escape, must escape, must escape. And full circling back to what I was saying, dude, if you're healing the pain and or removing your awareness to it, if you're fixing the anxiety, you're working on your depression with alcohol, you're taking care of yourself, right? Right? That's the illusion, dude, is that every sip is an act of self-care. Just because you care doesn't mean it's coming from a healthy place. Now, I gotta say this, dude. We don't drink because we don't care. We drink because we don't want to care. Whether you or someone you know is drinking more and more alcohol, whether they found themselves in an active state of addiction or they're practicing alcoholic behavior, we need to accept, Lady Libra, that they are not drinking, we are not drinking because we don't care. It's the amount of care that we have for the problem. It's the amount of attention we have to the issue. It's the amount of awareness to what feels wrong is why we drink. I don't want to accept, I don't want to feel, I don't want to see, I don't want to know that what's happening is a problem, that it's an issue. If I could just ignore it long enough, it will go away, correct? Wrong, dude. It never goes away. Either you stop caring about it in time, it stays there, but you have literally degraded yourself to such a degree that you just accept it for the problem that it is, or you just become someone that is so good at staying as far away from it as possible, you've convinced yourself that it doesn't matter anymore. Dude, I have to deal with this like with a 5-year-old. Not this exact thing, but here's my example. This beautiful, beautiful baby girl, 5 years old, randomly just started hitting, okay? Just started hitting. And I'm sitting here going like, that hurts. But she's coming up to me going, in my face, dude, boom. And I'm like, dude, she's 5. Like, I'm not taking it personally, but it doesn't feel good. Boom, boom. Weeks of this, weeks of this, weeks of this. Now, there's a few different things that I personally can do. First off, do I care? Yeah, I care a lot. I care enough to go, that's not a good idea. Please stop. Please stop hitting me. Please stop hurting me, right? That's not okay. That's not what we do. And I can try and negotiate with a 5-year-old who hasn't developed sanity yet. Or I could pretend like it doesn't hurt me and still take the hits because she's 5. She's 5. This is what they do. I can pretend like it doesn't matter and ignore the fact that I'm actually, like in pain, like to the point of bruising sometimes, right? Or I could ignore it entirely and pretend like it's not happening. None of those things are fixing the problem. None of those things are getting to the core of the circumstance. First off, somewhere there's a miscommunication thinking that it is okay to hit somebody in the face. It's not. Somewhere there's a miscommunication thinking that that's appropriate behavior. It isn't. So I have to take it upon myself, instead of drinking about it, to go, hey, this hurts. I really don't like this. This isn't good. And I have to go through all the negotiation tactics with the 5-year-old that's smiling in my face and smacking it at the same time. The interesting part about this is she will then immediately give me a hug, dude. She will hug me until I can't breathe. She's not doing that to hurt me. She's doing that because of the amount of love she has. So she's got these conflicting emotions and I have to deal with them. She hits me in the face, hurts me, but then hugs me and kisses me on the cheek immediately after. I'm telling you, bro, I feel like I'm being manipulated. She's 5. She has no idea what is happening. But the point of this is alcohol does all of the same things, dude. It's going to kiss you on the face and give you a big hug and smack you at the same time. To the point of where you're actually numb and it doesn't matter if you keep getting hit in the face, right? Because there's a big hug on the way. Because it's done from a place of love. Because it can't be manipulation if it's done from a healthy place, right? This is where the circumstances get very intricate and each person's dynamic needs personal attention, okay? Most people aren't getting hit in the face with a 5-year-old, by a 5-year-old. But a lot of people are getting hit in the face with the bills, getting hit in the face literally by their partner, getting hit in the face with their decisions, getting hit in the face with these realities. But the trippy part about this is we continue making those realities even worse by not confronting the circumstance from a healthy place. If I just continue letting her hit me in the face, she's never going to understand that I'm serious, dude. This hurts. As much as it hurts me to take a stand and go, stop, do not do that anymore. Not okay. That's the same density that I need to create when it comes down to my personal life, to the way people treat me, to the way I think about myself, to the things I say to myself. Bro, that's not you. You would never choose that for yourself. Stop talking to you like that, bro. Stop talking to you like that, bro. That ain't you. That's somebody else. That's pain. That's trauma. That's your past. That's a circumstance that you've already dealt with. That's not you. You could feel it, bro. Feel it. Okay? There's nothing wrong. It just feels that way. All right. Regulate. Okay. Oh, I feel better. The point of that is if I continue escaping the pain, I've become an escape artist. I'm never going to become someone capable of handling the anxiety, handling the things that life throws at us because I'm constantly running away and stepping into the illusion that it doesn't matter or that I don't care. I did this for years until my heart stopped, until I was throwing up blood and I was as yellow as that pineapple right there, dude. Keep in mind, most people aren't going to go take the same path that I did. They're not going to develop an addiction. They're not going to create 30 years of damage in 15 years. They're not going to, you see what I'm saying? Because if you're even here, if you're listening to me right now, whether you're on the podcast, you're here with me on TikTok, dude, what you're watching the clip somewhere, you're doing better than I ever did because I didn't even care about my brain or body. I just drank until it didn't matter. I every night was a blackout because in that blackout was a sense of safety and peace. Because when my parents were arguing when I was a kid, I had to remove myself and I would go into a closet until people literally wondered where I was. Now, when I'm in arguments, I need to step away and I don't want you to know where I'm going. I used to drink because of those circumstances. You see what I'm saying? So all of our past experiences need to be met. And the craziest part, the most beautiful part about giving yourself permission to meet the traumatized or meet the version of you that really needs attention is that you first off get a chance to understand yourself. You find more and more reasons why you deserve love and respect and kindness and admiration instead of pain and turmoil and anxiety and more depression. You stop making things harder on yourself and you stop escaping these things. You start to realize that your brain's not gonna explode because you feel bad. You start to accept the beauty in the pain and go, I'm so thankful that I get the opportunity to feel this bad. Normally I'd be numb to this, but I'm getting stronger and I understand it. The resilience comes. What's up, Blaine? The resilience comes with accepting the natural human responses that are a part of our everyday life, dude. I know what it's like to live in an illusion, dude. I know, holy crap, dude. Honestly, I used to wake up and take a shot. Whether it's like my body was going through withdrawals at 2 a.m. and I had to take another shot to stop the shakes. Whether it was 8 a.m. and I was feeling sick and I needed to take 3 or 4 shots just to calm down and feel normal. Dude, alcohol ruled my life. But my circumstances are extreme. The crazy part is I've worked with thousands of people. My programs have supported thousands. I've worked one-on-one with hundreds. There are so many people whose lives are actually determined by the amount of alcohol that's in their body or the amount of alcohol that's about to be, and they don't have an addiction. They don't even have a dependency. They just have this deep-rooted pattern and what we would call a habit that basically is going, my life has been set up to go, where the drink's at, dude. Every day there's alcohol in my fridge, so I'm gonna drink it. If you're drinking, then I'm drinking. If we're drinking, we're all drinking. And they don't realize how much pain and how much damage has been caused by practicing that much behavior over time. Most of the people that reach out to me have reached this point where they're like, it's so hard to do the basics in life, man. My memory's shot. My thoughts are weird, dude. Even healthy people that I know are still struggling to, take care of their mental health. But these amazing humans are going, no, dude, I deserve better. I'm tired of hurting myself by running away from the things that are ultimately going to make me stronger. You really think, we've all seen this. And they go like, I asked for strength, so I was given struggle. I asked for patience, so I was given chaos, right? These are the tools that we need to use that's a part of the human existence to not just be strong, but to feel strong, to get strong, to do strong things, not just for ourselves, but for others as well, man. And it's super trippy, dude. We just kind of like lose connection with ourselves and we go like, I don't even know where I went left, man. You live with a narcissist, sometimes it's hard. I get you, man. So I used to practice a ton of narcissistic behavior. I was never diagnosed narcissist. Here's one of the crazy things about narcissism, specifically with alcohol. Alcohol is a narcissist. It is all about itself. It'll take none of the blame. It will constantly, what's up, Cactus? It will consistently and relentlessly get whatever it wants, man. It wants to be in your body. It is manipulative, dude. It can't take credit for any of the bad things that it does, dude, because it's always right there like nothing happened. But on top of that, alcohol is always going to seek more of itself because it acts like a parasite. Once you're under the influence of alcohol, it is seeking more of what it is. So it's going to lead you towards more alcohol. The more unhealthy you are, the less cognitive control you have while under the influence, Lee. This is why we go, okay, one drink is too many and 1,000 isn't enough, right? But the other part about narcissism, specifically in regards to alcohol, there's two parts to this, is it will make you act narcissistically. It will make you make as many excuses as necessary to maintain the illusion of control in your life. It will make you lie and manipulate any circumstance that goes against your preferred state of being. If you prefer being under the influence, then anything that could possibly tamper with the alcohol that's in your brain and body is a threat. Any circumstance, any parasite, any animal that feels threatened will do whatever necessary. And that will be saying that thing to you that they probably shouldn't have said. Repeatedly doing things to get you desensitized to certain things that it is doing. Like all of the narcissistic traits become a part of the alcoholic brain. And it's not because that person is narcissistic. It's because alcohol is a narcissist. And when you're under the influence of the personality of alcohol, you are going to take on those narcissistic traits, dude. Now, I say this to go, I didn't even understand that until I stopped drinking because my personality was provided by alcohol for most of my life. So what I thought, how I felt, what I did, what I didn't do was somehow influenced by the alcohol that was in my brain and body. So without it, what do you think happened? The same thoughts popped up, but I didn't understand them. The same feelings occurred, but it didn't make sense. I kept doing the same things, but I knew it was wrong. I didn't feel like I was in control of my brain and body when I stopped drinking. Dude, my liver failed. My heart stopped. I was throwing up blood. 4 hospitals, 18 months. But I didn't have a clue why I did what I did. That's because alcohol, it didn't rewrite my brain. It helped me write specific neurological codes of self-preservation. That is an extremely narcissistic personality. So after I stopped drinking, I literally had to question myself on the daily and go, dude, what the actual? Why do I think like this? Why do I believe this is important? There were so many times I was in trouble or felt in trouble by the people I cared about because I was just acting normal, but that normal was abnormal to other people. I was acting drunk, saying things that I would normally say while drinking, but I was completely sober, but didn't agree with it. There was this neurological discrepancy happening, and I had a full-on identity crisis of going, dude, I can't keep thinking these same thoughts and expect to feel like a different person. I can't keep allowing these same exact emotions because I'm going to keep on doing the same exact things. And the same exact things led me to the hospital, and I don't want any of that. So I have to start reprogramming myself without alcohol, dude. I actually stopped listening to music. I stopped DJing, dude. I stopped dancing. I stopped doing all of the things that I would normally do when I was drinking, just so I had the opportunity to reprogram myself as an artist, as a creative, as an entrepreneur, as a person, as just a human, someone capable of enjoying themselves without a poison in their brain and body. That took a lot of time. And even to this day, 7 years will be on the 11th, I still struggle in certain areas. I still find myself thinking these thoughts that I used to have when I was drinking, but I don't agree with them. I know that I didn't write those on purpose. I know that those are conditional. I'm now well aware of who I am, how far I've come, and where I'm going. But that's what recovery is. Sobriety doesn't guarantee any of that. What's up, Skulls? Narcissistic people say I a lot. This is very true. Most people say I a lot. And the reason for that is the only person you will know in your entire life is you. You think you're going to know another person? They barely know themselves. How do you know them And if you spend your whole life talking about other people, you're definitely not spending time getting to know you. A majority of the human experience is talking about your personal experience. It's all perspective. It's not just narcissists that say I. As a matter of fact, most narcissists will say you because they don't want to take credit for anything. If it's bad, you did it. Your fault. It's your problem. You're the one with the issue. I don't care. You do. And it's very rarely going, I did this, I did that, because they're not trying to they don't even want to own I unless it is somehow putting them in the limelight, somehow making them sound good, look good, feel good. But a narcissist is usually always going to make any negative circumstance or any type of situation that isn't working out in their favor your fault. I had to deal with this for so long, and part of the reason is I thought that life was happening to me. I thought that things were happening to me. I thought that my emotions were your fault. You did this. You said this. You wrote this. It's your fault. If you didn't say that, I wouldn't feel like this. That is insane to think about because we're in control of our emotions. We're in control of our actions. We are in control of our thoughts. And to say that the banana made me do it is literally handing over the keys to your entire empire to a banana. Had that watermelon not showed up, bro, you didn't have to respond to the watermelon or the avocado, bro. You chose to do that. No, I didn't. Bro, either you change what you don't like about yourself or you choose it because you think it benefits you. Bro, you don't have to respond to the avocado, right? So this is one of the major attributes when it comes down to personal growth is taking full responsibility and accountability for every single thing you say and do. Whether you said it out of anger, you said it out of love, you said it out of passion, it doesn't matter why you did it. The point is that you did it. And I, even to this day, if I'm arguing or something, I might say something that's like, it feels like a low blow, but I meant it at the time, dude. You were hitting me low, so I went a little bit lower. I don't take that back because I said it and I meant it. I meant it when I said it. I don't agree with it now because I'm not pissed anymore. But when I said it, I said it with my whole chest because I felt it and meant it in that moment. I feel bad, but I don't take it back. Because the point is that was my truth at the time. So this is when I'm working with someone through recovery, through reprogramming, through the adjustment period, that is one of the most major things that we work on is accountability and acceptance. It's accepting things for what they are. It's accepting the fact that this is a pineapple and not a watermelon. Just because you would prefer 3 dancing watermelons doesn't change the fact that 3 dancing pineapples are up there. Dude, it exists whether you care or not. So you could either apply an emotion and go, well, I'm gonna be pissed until I see a watermelon, or you just go, look at all those pretty pineapples. You have the option of shifting your perspective and changing your emotion at any time, dude, anytime. But this goes back to what I was saying. If the only thing we do is practicing running away from the fact that strawberries are falling from the screen, then we're never gonna be someone that actually enjoys those strawberries. We just won't. We're not even practicing. We're just finding reasons why it's not the way we want it to be, and there's a problem. Therefore, I feel some kind of way. We could just allow things to be what they are, dude. We have one life. We shouldn't self-sabotage or allow others to destroy it. No second chance at it. Julie, I agree with you. Here's the trippy part, and the reason why this is kind of somewhat of a controversial circumstance is I've been dead before. I know what it's like to not be human. I know what it's like to become one with the universe. I know what it's like to feel like God. This gets controversial real quick, dude, so if you guys can't handle this, it's not your fault, dude. Feel free to scroll. But I've been dead and I'm back. This is my second opportunity at life. Whether you believe in heaven, hell, reincarnation, there's always another opportunity. But this is the life that you're living now. And there's no reason why we should self-sabotage and find reasons why we don't deserve to live it. So many of us, people that I work with, they struggle with self-worth, man. They struggle with validation. They struggle with thinking they're enough. They don't have enough. They haven't done enough. They'll never be enough. And the reality with this is that's not even their thoughts. That was put in their head by somebody. Either their parents, right? Their siblings, the people they're around. The words we say and what we say and what we choose to think and what we allow in our environment directly impacts how we feel about ourselves and the world. So if we're continuously finding ourselves in circumstances where we're self-sabotaging, two things for this, and I still do this to this day, and I gotta get snapped out of it. Some deeply traumatized humans are really good at self-sabotaging, and I'll tell you why in just a second. But the point of this is that when you've been through enough trauma, you would rather be the cause of the problem than to feel like it's happening to you. So we sacrifice these things. We go, well, we'll just break up then. We're better off without each other, right? Look at the mess we made trying to prove to each other that we were fine without each other. Look at all the chaos we created just to prove that we don't need each other. When in reality, we deserve that person deserves us. When in reality, the self-sabotage isn't necessary. It's actually other people's job to sabotage things on our behalf, if they choose to do so. But if they spend a majority of their time taking care of themselves, they wouldn't feel like someone else needs to be sabotaged. The other part with all of this is self-sabotage is so easy, especially when you've been through circumstances where your absence feels more powerful than your presence. And one of the phrases that I've had to remember, and I use this with friends, if I would call you a friend, if your absence doesn't upset them, then your presence never mattered. But if they're not upset that you're not around, then you being around never mattered, or it doesn't matter. And that is an incredibly uncomfortable truth. Personal growth is an intensely isolated internal experience, dude. The more time you spend with yourself, the more you understand who you are, what you're capable of. The more you generate for yourself, the more boundaries you create, the more circumstances you facilitate for yourself, because your self-worth increases. I see Frojo with a booty. What's up, man? And you start doing things for yourself, not to get validation, but because you already feel validated. Because you already recognize your worth. And once you start recognizing that worth, even pretending like you have worth, you start doing things that actually validate that, man. Like Frojo knows, bro. Frojo's been through he's been through it all, man. All of it. And as he not just got sober, not just stopped drinking, but as he started practicing these healthier behaviors, his self-worth, his personal value started to increase. Not the value that he has for other people, but the value that he sees in himself. And he goes, nah, bro, I deserve to feel good. I don't need to just not drink. I actually want to improve my quality of life. So I'm going to get this job. I'm going to call this person. I'm going to create this content. I'm going to eat this food. I'm going to go to these places. Not because I deserved it and I earned it, but because I'm alive and I can and I want to, right? And the more we sit here and go like, if I'm practicing self-care under the illusion that I'm fixing problems with alcohol, and that's led me here, then what could true self-care do for me? If we contrast it and go, if I think that every sip I take is an act of self-care and I'm still in pain, then what would actual self-care do for me? It'd probably pull you out of the pain that you're using to justify another drink. You're allowed to drink. There's no problem with drinking alcohol. It's who you are while you're drinking it. It's not why you drink. You gotta remember, dude, if you're an unhealthy person drinking alcohol, you're going to get unhealthy results. If you're a healthy person drinking alcohol, technically you're drinking a poison. You're not going to get the best results, but you're not going to get unhealthy results. You're not going to become an angry drunk because of a margarita. Angry people get angry results, dude. To me, that's the point of life, like a celebration of myself. 100%, dude. You got to keep in mind, dude, we all don't have a life, dude. Like I don't have a life. You don't have a life. We are life. Because if we all had lives, Julie, we would just trade. I'd give you my life, and then you give me yours, and we'll trade back. You don't own it, dude. You are life. You're experiencing yourself at all moments. I was talking to homegirl about this the other day. I was like, hey girl, I could tell you I love you. And if you feel some kind of way, is that my love that you're feeling? And she goes, shit, I don't know. What? I can't hand you my love, Frojo. Thanks, brother. I can't hand it to you. You can't touch it. You can't grab it. So whose love are you feeling? Oh shit. I'm feeling me, bro. Yeah, exactly. You are feeling the love that you have within. I just happen to be the permission slip for you to let down your boundaries, the reasons you say no, so you could feel whatever it is that was inside you. That's the trippy trip about all these things, and going like, what type of circumstances am I creating for myself where I could feel the love I already have, recognize the value that's already in me, where I can see the strength that I've been using to punish myself instead of take care of myself. It's all of these things are shifts in perspectives, and life is just one fat perspective. Look, we have 142 perspectives in here. I look different to every single one of you. And you look different to every single one of us. We don't look the same. The way I see you, Vinny, is not the way you see yourself, dude. I see a badass, dude. I see you in a totally different light, dude. The way that I see you, the way I see Frojo, the way I see Vanna, right, is based on my entire life experience and what I understand of myself. I've programmed myself to see the badass in everyone way before the pain. Actually, dude, I admire those that are in pain. Not because I wish I could be there. It's because they are the ones holding the fuck on. They are the ones that are struggling forward. They are the ones that are prioritizing themselves and doing it one more time. Sassy, one more time. I can make it one more day. It still hurts. I'm still going. I don't wish that for them, and I would like for them to do less, but I admire the fact that they're willing to go through it. Now here's the trip though. If you don't believe that you're gonna grow with the pain, then you're always going to find reasons why you deserve to be in pain. And here's kind of like expanding upon that. We don't grow in the pain. You're not gonna grow because you've been hit in the face. You may have been hit in the face, but you can't keep hitting yourself in the face and expect to get stronger. You don't even have time to grow. You're not even giving yourself space. So you gotta look at this. We'll talk about eyes in a second. You look at this and go like, I don't grow in the pain, I grow with it. So I can get hit in the face and let the resonance of my face, the healing process ensue. I remember what it felt like. I'm thinking about it. I'm feeling about it, but I'm not allowing it to happen anymore. I'm actually developing a resilience. I'm not trying to find myself in circumstances where I have to dodge fists all day long. No, I deserve better. So I can remember this without having to go through it every single day. But there's too many of us who have been programmed to think that pain is what transforms, and without it, we're never gonna get stronger. And it's because of that we create circumstances that we need to survive, or feel like we need to survive. It's crazy the way it works, man. So when I'm working with anybody, I'm sitting here going, tell me about you. Let me see what you're actually capable of. Not, I'm gonna put you through a series of tests. I wanna show you where your strength is. I wanna show you how you've already utilized it. I wanna show you how you already have every single thing that you're looking for. I wanna show you that you've already developed tool set. I wanna show you how you could take that tool set and apply it in a different area of your life and get results you never expected, dude. It's never about going through this gauntlet again, and that's what a lot of people think sobriety is. Going through this gauntlet, going through this pain, feeling everything at 100%, and you have to do it. I might as well just keep drinking. Dude, every single sip is creating more pain that you're gonna feel like you have to survive later. So when it comes to sobriety and recovery, that's why my name is Beyond Sober. I don't care if you're sober, I care if you take care of yourself. I care if you care about you. I want us to get so far beyond just being sober that we feel infinite, dude. That we have recognized what we're capable of. That we truly, deeply, wholeheartedly understand that everything has happened for us. for us to be healthier, for us to be happier, for us to be stronger and more expansive, for us to embrace the enlightening attributes that come along with the pain and trauma and turmoil of a human existence, man. We don't want to compare traumas or anything like that either. Frojo, I know you've been through some things, bro, I couldn't imagine, bro. I've been through some things you couldn't imagine either. But we're both equally traumatized. We're both equally pained. We're both equally in the same space. And we want to use that to take care of ourselves, right? And then in turn, we're taking care of each other, right? You see what I'm saying? 10 Minutes Sobriety showed me a different perspective on drinking. It was the first in 10 years. Dude, Jordan, that's absolutely phenomenal, man. We like to talk about this a lot. You got to think differently in order to drink differently, man. Like it's true. And one of the kind of like overarching or arching, concepts lately is drinking is an act of self-care. And I know that's super controversial. And it only becomes an act of self-care when it itself is causing the things you need to be cared for. If that makes sense. Alcohol doesn't solve the problem. It doesn't fix the bills. It doesn't fix the anxiety. Although we're under the belief that it does do that, it actually causes a majority of the ailments that we're trying to escape from. So we gotta really think about this, dude. If you didn't have trauma before alcohol, you definitely have trauma after it. And I don't mean like physical trauma, as in like you got in a car accident. I'm talking about like if enough gasoline is in your body has been rotting from the inside out. It's traumatic. That's why you're so exhausted when you stop drinking alcohol. Not only does your body not have the fuel source that it's expecting, you haven't replaced that fuel source with something that's actually going to help your engine, your body, get stronger and healthier and more expansive, right? So we're sitting here going, damn, I did a lot of trauma inside my body when I was numb. This is why I keep talking about this. If we start binging on the weekends, it's like, no, you're just uppercutting your liver on the weekend. That's it. You don't want to uppercut your liver at all, ever. No. I only get hit on the face on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays. You know what I'm saying? My point with this is that just consuming alcohol over a long enough period of time, there's healing to do, and that's what recovery is. I personally want to get people out of the state of sobriety and into the practice of recovery. Healing from all of the things that make us want to drink, dude. Hang on. So you're back in detox for 10 days today, sober. Thank you for the inspiration. Dude, that's so badass. I love that. So you're back in detox. Oh, you're back from detox. Okay, so you did 10 days. Okay, so you're back from detox and you're 10 days since detox. So my math would be you're 6 days technically sober if my calculations or ADHD is even remotely correct. I could be tripping though, dude. You were self-medicating with drinking. I have ADHD, so alcohol was an easy way for me to get dopamine. Hell yeah, dude, burn space. I have extreme ADHD, which is why I have this going, which is why I have this going. Those with that produce lower amounts of dopamine, those that struggle with BPD, CPTSD, ADD, ADHD, they literally, physically struggle with the production of dopamine. Thank you so much, girl. And this is the whole thing. This is what our whole life experience is. This is scientifically, this is what it is. How much dopamine do you have in your brain and body? Do you have a lot? You're probably living a happy, healthy life. If you don't have that much dopamine in your brain and body, you're probably somewhat miserable. So this is why, two things. If you're not producing a lot of dopamine, you're going to reach towards anything that has the potential of releasing dopamine or actually does, right? If you're practicing healthy behaviors, as in no free dopamine, work for it, you're gonna go to the gym, you're gonna go for a walk, you're gonna start yoga, you're gonna do a bunch of different things that release dopamine naturally.